The most music in the
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
On this occasion of Ramadan Mubarak, I would like to extend my warmest greetings and heartfelt wishes to all Muslim brothers and sisters. May the prayer of Fajr and Maghrib open new doors of opportunities for all of us, and may we continue to uphold the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad and the Quran. As we celebrate this Eid Mubarak, let us spread happiness and joy in our lives, and may Allah grant us the inspiration we need to achieve our goals. This is Dr. Thomas Nimnan Tue Jr. I am the original countryman. Thank you.
La ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Ashhadu
107.1 FM. You are listening to your hit music radio station.
Today, we can boast of more than 17,000 devices in Nigeria. Into every village, every town, we can go certain tribes, marry our sisters, loving to our wives. Nimba County is not reciprocated. You are not accepting Crown people into Nimba County. That is a serious problem for me. If we are accepting you and your people, your children, your brothers are buying land and living with us, and we are intermarried, you have that moral and religious obligation to accept us. Every Crown person that lives in Nimba will lie and say they are people or they are crew. I'll give you two examples. There was a Nimba lady who loved this Crown boy so much and said, let's go to my parents. And they went to the parents in the village. And the youth in the town realized that this boy she brought is a Crown boy. And they went to her and I said, this boy got to leave. And she said, I love him, I can't let him go. In the course of 1 week, they poisoned him with death body died.
Where?
That's in Nimba. The second area was in regular Fanle, which is right before you get to the bridge. The DLDA man came across late in the evening, came to Fanle to drink. The poison him, he died. They had to told him to bring him by that forever. I'm challenging the people of Nimba. We don't want to go. We are asking you to let bygones be by. There's a lady in town here who was renting in a Nimba lady's house, but she refused to confess that she's a Crown person. And they were so nice living together. But the minute that woman says she's Crown, the woman told her to leave. Those are the problems that we have. But in the meantime, we have Nimba people in Bolletown, George Bolletown, the town there, the town chief is from Nimba. We don't flinch, we don't bow our head when we actually accept it. When we accept it, we accept it.
I come to your office, you come to my office, you didn't tell me. We prefer to bring us to the public to say we are a killer and we kill your somebody. This is not good. During this gone election, you made a statement regarding Honorable Kuhn, who is now the vice president of the Republic of Liberia and president of the Liberian Senate. You admonished the Grand Judeans not to vote for a killer. You rather vote for we. Today, everything has changed. He is our vice president. He's the president of the Liberian Senate, before whom we sit as he presides. We are the elders from the two counties that fought themselves. The word is open. Everyone in this Senate met me here, and I'm still here.
Go ahead.
I have worked with every senator from Grand Jude, the representative Joe Honorable Zopena. He's the first I got to know when we went to Winnipeg, Ghana. And people said to him, don't sit by that murderer. He said, but our people killed them too, the war is over. I'm going to sit by him. He sat by me. And then we are here. We've come a long way. I work with every senator, Asa Yanibo, Marsha Dennis, Alfonso Gay. All we try to keep the peace. Not one soldier, not one senator from Grand Jude has ever talked bad about any of us in this country. Today, you have indicted the people of Nimba again of poisoning someone from Grand Jude, or not allowing Grand Judeans to migrate. Everyone is allowed to migrate whatever country you want to go to. If you keep yourself conservative, you don't travel and settle there, well, it's up to you. But I want you to please, I beg you, to maintain the peace in your spoken words and all that you do. What you said today was a disgrace to the people of Nimba. I've been here long. That did not come to the attention, to our attention. Honorable Zopena was an Grand Jude person in Nimba country that you know of, you didn't tell us? Okay, I'm just hearing it. Please maintain the peace. God bless you.
The things Zanzankawa doing, no. If our young person was doing it, Zanzankawa was going to scare them with cartel and nothing inside. They ain't get nothing inside. No power, no traditional power inside, nothing. The things Zanzankawa doing, no. If our young person was doing it, Zanzankawa was going to scare them with cartel and nothing inside. They ain't get nothing inside. No power, no traditional power inside, nothing. Any traditional chief that gets smartphone and roll watch.
Says I beg you, sir. Right.
Any traditional chief, as in the sense of soul and burial and traditional chief, that got cell phone, that smartphone, will wash that.
Who has that?
Zanzankawa. That papa is smart and he just usually joke in his own. That man that I know traditional man. Zanzankawa.
Say they got to get easy.
Hey, please, I'm speaking as senator. That man is greedy. He's unprincipled. He using these people in the name of traditional chief. He get no power behind him. He have power behind him where Merikawa are going to win. He can't even make a web win in district number 2 in Grandmaster Canada. He didn't want to make job we are win. The things Zanzankawa doing, no. If our young person was doing it, Zanzankawa was going to scare them with cartel and nothing inside. They ain't get nothing inside. No power, no traditional power inside, nothing. Any traditional chief that gets smartphone and roll watch.
Says I beg you, sir. Right.
Any traditional chief, as in the sense of soul and burial and traditional chief, that got cell phone, smartphone, will wash that.
Who has that?
Zanzankawa. That papa is smart.
Since not too long, we've been in our sleep.
Good morning and a pleasure to welcome to another interesting edition of the program Sky Morning Live on Sky 107.1. We are here Monday to Thursday, 7:30 to 9 o'clock. Today is the 10th day of April 2024 and today is Ramadan Day. Eid Mubarak to all our Muslim brothers and sisters. I want to say thanks to all of you for going through the month of fasting, praying for the good life, praying for good things for Liberia and in your personal My life, we're praying for your friends. I know that most of my Muslim friends pray for us. And I want to say good morning to all of you. Happy Eid Mubarak as the climax in the month of fasting. This morning, we're going to be talking about a couple of issues. Have you heard yet that there is a platform set up now at the Executive Mansion where you can communicate directly with the president? A letter to the president. I think during the service administration, that wasn't existing, but when the re-administration came, that ceased to exist. And the Boyakas administration has reintroduced that letter to the president with endeavor to speak with the presidential press secretary, Ulapupa. Because I know you've heard, and somehow you're smiling deep down in your spirit, that the Liberian Senate has signed a resolution. About 29 members have signed to that resolution that is accepting or concurring with the lower house on the establishment of war and economic crimes yesterday. We predicted well, and so today we're talking about that. While we're looking at that, are you aware that the office of the ombudsman that is responsible to ensure that government officials, public officials, live up to the code of conduct of the Republic of Liberia, an ombudsman has been appointed because the ombudsman is the person. The office is basically the office of the ombudsman. Do you know who the ombudsman is? I'm going to tell you who that person is. But also in our discussion set this morning, think about, we're going to look at the illness and dangerous mistake made by a medical facility that is new, it's just been established to the information. And it's called Clinical Laboratory, located on the 15th Avenue. That medical facility leads to me a medical result of a patient. That the medical is dangerous. Every person is entitled to their privacy, especially when they go to your hospital to seek medical attention. Their medical results will be given to them directly, not to the person, most especially to the government. But what is much more interesting is that when the medical facility was contacting somebody who purported to be an administrator who could not even mention his name, but through an arrogant and disrespectful said, well, it seems you don't have any form to report, you don't have any technical information. How would this be looking to last week? This morning, I hired some people, journalism 101. Somehow. Oh, yes, yes.
And are you also aware that the plenary of the legislature of the local house summoned the present and past officials of the LCC because there was a communication by one of the Foco answer declaration documents of the you're going to tell him how to get it. That's what we want because that's privacy. And somebody is using it and I remember them saying that the only thing they have none of the official officials so they are going to have a good answer those questions. How are these documents released to the public? The discussion because it says law unlawful. Mind you, the law did not say you should publish it. No. The law only says declare your assets. Right. So they don't know how it happens. So anyway, so that's it.
That's it. Good morning.
And Frank Johnson, you may complain.
I understand. I follow that.
You may complain that we're having a document from Nima County. He signed, but he signed because he had to probably pay pressure on the Senate. But anyway, that's it. That's the beauty of the democracy. But I don't know why they were hiding it from him. And the guy said something. He said it's supposed to be 3 commissioners who will check that thing. The guy after commission in the air, they let him out. Right. So we 2 commissioners left him, and they were still hiding it. Lawmakers were going to sign the Senate Pro Tem office against them. But they got to know him one day. He said, no, I need a document. Why would I let him out? And this man now, everybody was crying. That's a good one. We're going to go for a break when we come back.
That's right. Welcome back to the program Sky Morning Live on Sky 107.1. We are here Monday to Thursday, 7:30 to 9 o'clock. Let's read this message first from the Executive Mansion website. That's talking about the Ramadan celebration. This is from the E-Mansion, and it was published yesterday. Julius, I'm getting into it. President Joseph Yuma Boakar Senior has hosted a Ramadan dinner in honor of Liberian Muslims as they conclude the observation of the holy month of Ramadan. The dinner, which brought together scores of faithfuls of Islam, was held at the EJS Ministerial Complex in Congo Town. During the dinner, the president emphasized the utmost importance of unity and understanding in the nation. He said that while the Christian majority is embraced, the Muslim community is also recognized for its richness and importance to the country. The president further stated that every thread, every color, every belief contribute to the beauty of the collective identity of the nation, and that the strength of Liberia lies in its ability to unite as one people, united in shared aspirations for peace, prosperity, and progress. He urged Liberians to embrace their differences, viewing them not as obstacles, but as opportunities to learn, grow, and flourish as a nation. In quote, in diversity, there is beauty and there is strength. The president reminded his audience, encouraging them to gather around the tables, sharing in the joy of fellowship and breaking fast together, and exemplified that sentiment. As a firm advocate for peace and harmony, the Liberian chief executive enjoined Liberians to break down the barriers that divide them, whether they bowed their heads in prayer, kneeled in worship, or stand in solidarity, as their hearts beat as one, bound by the common thread of humanity. He encouraged all to embrace their differences as opportunities to learn, grow, and flourish as a nation, for it is in their diversity that they find strength, and in their unity they find resilience. The Liberian leader concluded that his heart was full of hope and a smile on his face, knowing that as long as people stand together, there is nothing that they cannot achieve. Concluding, he thanked everyone for honoring his invitation to break their fast together and wished everyone a blessed Ramadan. The Minister of State with our portfolio, Mama Kability, who coordinated the event, expressed her appreciation to the President for his commitment to uniting Liberians irrespective of their religious affiliations. Julius, that's how Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boakai had carried on the dinner with Muslims that's recently. You know that every year, Muslims around the world, including Liberia, they join hands in ensuring that they take their supplications to God, pray for the nation, pray for their friends, pray for their families, pray against their enemies. And I believe Liberia is the way it is because of our religious tolerance. And today, I want to say Happy Eid Mubarak to our Muslim brothers and sisters. I know that we are going to be visiting some of our Muslim friends today to eat some.
So you?
Yeah, I'm going to be visiting.
They don't invite me. I don't go.
You know, we have to go to Mother Game Bien. Remember, she said that we should visit because her husband is breaking today. So we have to be there to eat some of that Kami. That's that bro.
Y'all go bring the news.
That's Broville.
Not Broville.
Where?
Virginia.
Yeah, Virginia is not far.
Virginia
Is far.
You go in the rave, you branch on the left, and you go in before getting to Hotel Africa. There's another road you take to go. You know, I went there before.
Okay.
But today I will not be available because I got a lot of things to do. But anyway,
right.
My papi, Ansou Bien, Papi Ansou Bien,
right.
The husband of Mother Carmen Bien. We say congratulations to you. Happy Eid Mubarak.
Yeah.
To you, Mr. Ansou Bien. As you break, I will not be there. No matter how to be there. You know, you have my little piece of meat, you know. Brother Bien, good morning.
Trust
And
me.
all my Muslims, my brothers and sisters, I'm trying to all of you, my longtime friend who always making confusion with me, Mami Si Kaba. Long time.
Oh yeah, my message, my sister.
My longtime friend. Every time she call me off and all the radio, that confusion she must say.
Well, you guys know your story. So
No, came a long way. She's a good sister, friend and sister to me.
okay.
She even got angry and invited for my wedding, you know. And I don't know who I should call again. And all of them that are celebrating Emo Mubarak.
All of our
They
Muslims,
plenty. They
Right.
plenty. We can call their names.
all of you.
So let's go to business.
Yeah, Julius, we failed to inform the public about the appointment made by the president on the 5th of this month. I just want to look at our list quickly. There's some important information there because the office of the ombudsman has been the reason why the code of conduct has not been in effect. And now seeing a vocal and fearless lawyer's name appearing there as the ombudsman, man, this is a serious one. But let me just look at it. April 5, 2024, the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Juma Boakar Senior, has made new nominations and appointments in government affecting the Ministry of Finance, Development Planning, the Civil Service Agency, the Financial Intelligence Unit, the Liberia Land Authority, the Bureau of State Enterprises, the Liberia Special Economic Zones Authority, and the Office of the Ombudsman. The institutions and nominees are Ministry of Finance, Development Planning, Paul Laming, Assistant Minister for Administration, J. Wellington Bashu, Assistant Minister for Development Planning, Alice Williams, Assistant Minister for External Resources and Debt Management, Heron Yonkwe, Assistant Minister for Economic Policy, Macro and Financial Sector, Dede Sandimani, Assistant Minister for Expenditure, Andrew N. Ngolo, Assistant Minister for Revenue and Tax Policy.
And that's my man. That's my man.
Andrew-
That's my chairman. from
Andrew
Duco.
N. Ngolo, yeah, Duco Chairman.
Duco
I know.
chairman. That's my man.
Yeah, I hosted a couple of times.
Yeah.
Financial Intelligence Agency, Mohammed Nasser, Officer in Charge, Office of the Ombudsman, Council of
Wait,
Finley-
Mohammed Nasser?
Yeah, Nasser.
Is it Mohammed Nasser that will fly?
I don't know. Mohammed Nasser is.
But he's the only Mohammed Nasser that I know.
Oh, maybe that's.
He ran in Bon County before.
Maybe he's the one.
After leaving Fly as president, he went to Bon. Maybe he's the one.
Then check it out with him.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Office of the Ombudsman, Councillor Finley Kanga, Chairperson of the Office of the Ombudsman. I
hold
told
it
you.
there.
I told you
Hold
that.
it.
I told you that we
Hold it
deprive
there.
the public
Damn it. He's
Yeah.
the chairman of the ombudsman.
of the Ombudsman.
Huh?
Yeah, of the Office of the Ombudsman.
Code of,
I
code of conduct coming to be in effect.
in effect, and you know he can turn that code of conduct upside down and even
In your
interpret
two
it
way.
in your two way. All right. So now the onus now is on him to prove to us that indeed he's a man of integrity. Bureau of State Enterprises.
We'll try to bring him.
Valley Sano, Deputy Director General for Administration, Liberia Special Economic Zones Authority, Prince Rare, Executive Chairman, Liberia Land Authority, Joe K. Williams, Vice Chair for Administration and Customer Affairs, Civil Service Agency Board of Appeal, Dr. Jaso Jala Segbe, Member, Councillor Kupokra, Member, Drit Momolu Harvey, Member, Attorney John M. F. Dexter Puyon, Member, Councillor Samuel Zaza, Member, Mr. Gui Pokba, Member, Mr. Josiah F. Jokai, Member. And these nominations, where applicable, are subject to confirmation by the Liberian Senate. So, I mean, that's just an update that we try to bring to the public. It's something that we, left behind since this week started. Julius.
Ombudsman. The ombudsman.
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 That's the takeaway.
The ombudsman.
Ombudsman.
For the first time, I've heard the head of ombudsman.
Ellen, that the office of the ombudsman.
Did Ellie appoint her?
No. She didn't.
Judge Wiakin did not.
So the code of conduct was established or was drafted. The document was drafted in 2014. To the best of my knowledge, in 2014 it was drafted. But unfortunately, President Sirleaf did not muster the courage to appoint to set up the office of the ombudsman. So therefore, it was just a piece of paper, as Councillor, Finley Kanga would term it. It was just a document there, in literature that people were just reading and referencing that you probably you sort of do the one. But who would make that person to actually pay the penalty for violating the code of conduct? It is the office of the ombudsman, and the chairperson must be appointed and commissioned by the president so that the president can have.
Does it require confirmation? Oh yes.
I
yes,
think so.
Because
I think so because that's a very strategic area.
It require confirmation.
All appointed officials of government going to live by that, and I think Councillor Finlay.
So now government officials need to be very careful.
Absolutely.
How you do things. Those of you who used to wear party t-shirts,
don't take our government card.
Take government cards to your private thing and do it. I remember once upon a time, bro, had on people were thinking using government vehicles for their private use, even on Saturdays and Sundays.
Right.
Well, Councillor Finlay Kanga, honestly, on you now to perfect that whole thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we want to see all of these things stopped anyway. But there's a resolution here from the Senate.
Okay.
Read by Senate Secretary Nangbala Assembly. I hope it will be clear so that the whole thing it did not start from the beginning anyway. So when they get 1, 2, 3 and stuff. Can I go through it quickly?
Let's listen to it.
Let's go to it.
The establishment of an extraordinary criminal code for Liberia to be known as UN Bike Code Special War Crimes Code for Liberia, SWACO, unquote, to prosecute those who bear the greatest responsibility for war crimes and crimes against humanity committed between the period 1979 and 2003. 3. That consistent with Article 24E, B, J, and L of the 1986 Constitution of Liberia, the executive shall develop a legal framework and submit same to the legislature for enactment into law for the establishment of an anti-corruption code, ACC, under domestic jurisprudence for fast-track trial of those who will be investigated and subsequently indicted for acts of corruption and other economic crimes committed from 1979 to 2003, and such crimes committed from 2004 to present, constituting constitutional rules. This fast-track corruption code shall remain the primary code for the dispensation of justice for corruption and other economic crimes going forward, in line with Liberia's penal code and prevailing international laws and standards. 4. That the President shall write the United Nations, the European Union, and the United States government expressing the government's intention to establish the extraordinary criminal tribunal on Liberian soil and thereby request financial and other assistance. Develop a financial resource mobilization to the United Nations, the European Union, the U.S. government, and other international partners to seek financial economic support for the establishment and operations of an extraordinary criminal tribunal on Liberian soil or the alternatively to a country to be designated. 5. That the President shall report to the legislature as to the progress made on the establishment of the two courts, as well as challenges, if any.
Okay, so that's it there. Senate Secretary General Nangbala Assembly reading all of those resolutions, and now it's confirmed that the Liberian Senate has also signed, I think 29 out of 30 senators. 29 out of 20 senators or 30 senators signed a resolution, and then the 29 out of 30. And the only senator that did not sign is Senator James Barney of Maryland County. So, and what caught my mind was where I think it's that section 5 of it. It says that the president of Liberia will write all international partners, informing them about the establishment of the code, and then subsequently asking them for support.
Right.
And that's why yesterday I said this thing is a process, it's not an event. That you just think that, oh, after the people finish signing quick, we're going to get one structure just there erected and we'll go. So we are establishing the World Economic Crimes Code. And that's a good one. But they said 29 senators signed, as with exception of James Barney. I don't know why they don't sign. Maybe he was there or whatsoever. But the shocking thing is that after everybody now talked to Prince Johnson yesterday, the man was there. The man was signing. I saw the man.
Can we listen to? Let's listen to the Voice of America News to come back.
The VOA quickly. Let's join the VOA. We'll come back. We'll do the recap. Then we'll play the voice of Senator Prince Johnson.
And we go to the clinical laboratory. Yeah.
That would extend for several weeks to be built upon longer if Hamas would be prepared to release some of those people. So let's train the attention where it belongs, which is that the world should say at this moment to Hamas, it's time. Let's go. Let's get that ceasefire. We're ready.
Family members of some of the American hostages met with White House officials Tuesday to press for their return. Anita Powell, VOA News, Washington.
Meanwhile, Britain's Ministry of Defense released footage on Tuesday, which it said showed its army loading aid onto a military aircraft and dropping it over Gaza, according to a statement released by the MOD. Britain joined 8 other nations in an international large-scale dropping the essential aid. Participating countries include Jordan, Indonesia, United Arab Emirates, Netherlands, France, Germany, Egypt, and the United States. Turkey and Israel have announced trade barriers on each other as the other relations deteriorate further amid the war in Gaza. Turkey said it is restricting exports of 54 types of products to Israel with immediate effect. Israel responded by saying it is preparing a ban on productions and products from Turkey. More at voanews.com. This is VOA News. British Foreign Secretary David Cameron met with U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken in Washington and former U.S. President Donald Trump in Florida to help push for a new aid package for Ukraine. He's urging Republican lawmakers to stop blocking the Ukraine aid. VOA Cindy Sain reports from the State Department.
Blinken called on Republican leaders in Congress to bring Ukraine aid to a vote as soon as possible, pointing out that the U.S. has been sharing the burden with its allies on the war effort.
The United States has done extraordinary things for Ukraine. Our European partners and others beyond Europe around the world have done even more over the last 2 years. Military support, economic support, humanitarian support. So there's genuine burden sharing and carrying the load. We need to continue to do our part.
Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson has refused to call a vote in the lower chamber on new security funds. Cindy Sain, VOA News, the State Department.
Europe's highest human rights court ruled Tuesday that its member nations have an obligation to protect their citizens from the effects of climate change. VOA's Jeff Custer with more.
The European Court of Human Rights sided with the Swiss Association of Elders for Climate Protection, a group of 2,500 women with an average age of 73. The court ordered the Swiss state to pay the association about $87,000 in damages. Climate advocates are excited about the ruling. Co-director of the Climate Change Litigation Network, Lucy Maxwell, told Reuters news agency, the ruling sets a good precedent for other communities filing similar lawsuits.
The court's ruling in the Swiss case is of huge significance because it affirms that the European Convention on Human Rights applies to the climate crisis, that governments have legal duties to act, and they've upheld the right of people to go to court and challenge their government's weak climate action.
Jeff Custer, VOA News.
The Arizona Supreme Court has delivered a landmark decision and giving the go-ahead to enforce a long-dormant law that bans nearly all abortions. The law revived Tuesday drastically alters the legal landscape for terminating pregnancy. It's also in the politics of abortion access front and center in the battleground state for the 2024 election and partisan U.S. Senate control. New York City will move to end its contract with a medical services company hired to house and care for a recent influx of international migrants. The move follows scrutiny over the firm's costly deal with the city and the quality of its humanitarian services. Mayor Eric Adams' office on Tuesday said the city would not renew its contract with DocGo. I'm Tommy McNeil, VOA News.
Yes, understand. I'm Devon Jello, African Suya. Dabapora, ayo, Dabi. Dabapora, ayo, Dabi. Fanga Japan, you got one way. Ayo, Dabi. Fanga Japan, you got that way. Ayo, Dabi. Oh, ayo, Dabi. Oh, ayo, Dabi. Dabapora, ayo, Dabi. That's what we're now. Get outside. Ayo, Dabi. Jadapola, ayo, Dabi. I'm Jadapola, ayo, Dabi. Jadapola, ayo, Dabi. Papa, you got that way. Ayo, Dabi. Papa, you got. Ayo, Dabi.
Lucky ball.
My baby don't take all the lapa. Si you lele don't take all the lapa. My baby don't take all the lapa. Si you lele don't take all the lapa. Ate, on moi sanson. Ate, webou. Madame, webou. Can you make it fun? Oh? Can you make it look sexy? Can you make it fun? Oh, like you ain't got it, you're not supposed to pick it up. Like you ain't got it, but you're supposed to pay it.
My baby don't take out the lapa.
And Julius, you know, there's one of my favorite songs from Dench. Yeah, I love it.
These are songs that really brought Dench up.
I remember traveling to the rural counties many times. We used to, my big brother and mentor, Edric Willimaga Thomas, and I used to. He's in town now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's in the speaker's office. So we used to have a motor.
Oh, from the cover office.
Right. We used to have a motorcyclist, right? That used to take us around. So every time we go, and this guy is a musician, but we used to make him to play this song like more than 20 times. You know, every time we go.
Not play your own song.
He will play a song, right? But whenever he plays one or two of his songs, and for him, he's writing. When he's playing his song, he wants to at the same time be singing it and explaining it to us. We say, no, focus on.
Get me right.
Yeah. So the only song that he really explain is this song.
That song, yeah.
So he play the song.
Yeah.
You know. So by the time we get into any village and we park and the bag is playing that song, you see there's this kind of reaction from the ladies and they kind of looking at the song and say, yeah, I mean, this is good. So yeah, then that's a great
All right,
one.
so welcome back to the show.
Right.
Yeah, I want to play Prince Johnson's clip yesterday.
Yeah, let's begin with that. But before that, let's recap that. Yes, we left few things back.
Yeah,
we just read for you the president's nomination of new officials. Good thing is, one takeaway from there is that the chairperson of the office of the ombudsman has been appointed.
Yeah, and that man's a vocal man. The man, he knows the law.
Right. He's Councillor. He's not like Councillor Cephas who will say the law.
The law.
I am the law.
He doesn't boast.
No, he doesn't boast about the law, but he teaches the law. Yeah, I remember many times we have issues here. We call him to explain to us about what exactly he thinks this should be, or what how this should be.
Nobody come.
Yeah,
that's why.
Even now, if you place a call to him, he will answer. He will certainly answer.
He's down to earth.
Right. So yeah, we talk about that. And we also talk about the dinner the president held with the Muslims. But Julius, one thing we did not mention though, this letter to the president, I just said in introduction, in the intro, during the Salisa administration, that page, that part of the executive mansion website was open. People, even application, all right?
You got the application section.
Yes, vacancies will be published on the executive mansion website.
Yeah.
And people will apply.
Yeah.
And I listened to Kula Fofana. Let me give her trouble this morning, even though she's following her Ramadan today.
You're more observing Ramadan.
Let me give her heart.
Today you have to give our Muslim
and give her gift, boy. Let she talk.
So give her more gift.
My birthday, she give me gift.
That competition.
Yeah. My birthday, she give me gift. So yeah, but it's a good one, Julius. I listened to Kula. One of the things she said, she's encouraging high school students. She's encouraging college students. She's encouraging diaspora Liberia. Make sure you get something very cogent issue, or maybe you
cogent.
Very cogent issue.
Don't
worry about Lufa Kande will say, Mr. President, me Lufa Kande.
I already may say, Mr. President, I'm a lover, even lover.
Yeah, so I'm a gay job.
Oh,
I'm a
no, honestly,
deputy director at ABS.
no man. I'm my grandfather, but I don't want to just jump into it. It's better. We're going to say we're going to publish service. Let me go to the proper channel.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, on a general, we must appreciate the executive mansion. We must appreciate the office of the president for reintroducing that. I think it's the first of Did Ellie have
they
letter
want
to the president?
They had it, but we're not explaining to the fullest.
Right.
This one Kula said you will read your letter. They've opened an email.
Right.
I think letter to the president.gov.
Right.
.lr something like that.
Right.
That's an email address. So you write your letter to the president to that email address, and they'll take it every day, go through it.
Right.
The ones that have a very salient, are you getting me? Good, Tony, they'll take it to the president. The president will go through it, and then they will reply you. That's what she said.
Julius, you know what I want
They'll
to do?
reply you.
If I should get anything there, I just want to be the one reading the letters to the president. So the president will sit down instead of he himself going through the letters. We screen.
No, make it read.
I know the letters are screened and everything, and you collect all of the letters, and you just sit down and say, "Mr. President, we have like 10 letters here today. All right? Yeah, okay, Matthias, go ahead and read the letters to me. What did they say?" So yeah, you read them.
And one thing is that in the reply, I hope the reply will be very, very good. We don't want the president itself reply and go change voice.
Yeah, because
so it can look ugly as well,
That's right.
But that's a good one.
That's a good one. All right, and you can apply also.
That was my brain.
Yeah, I know. Kula, no problem. Kula, happy Eid Mubarak. When you call me back, don't call me to me now. So I understand. All right, and Julius, yeah. So that's it. Let's go to
Senator Prince Johnson.
Senator Prince Johnson.
Let's listen to him.
Why was his committee left out when he, should have been one of those making decisions prior to the signing by other senators? And in fact, the person that many people thought that he would not have affixed a signature to the document, he signed it.
The man said he had to put pressure on him again. The document to go through it yesterday. He said senators were signing secretly in the office of the Senate Pro Tem.
Right.
Until when you got to know yesterday, when he said no,
but
he said I'm not individual.
Yeah,
I'm representing Nima County. Yeah. Why you let Nima County out? Give him the document. He went through it. He went sign. He said yeah.
But did anybody see it coming that Senator Jim Barney would not sign to that document?
Honestly, I have few senators that I thought could not sign, would not have signed.
Right.
Prince Johnson was number one. Nimle, even James Barney.
Right.
Unless maybe Jim Barney comes out and tell you the reason why they're not signed. But the shocking news is that to see Prince Johnson signing.
Julius, here is Kula, yeah?
Okay.
Kula, happy Eid Mubarak. I'm on Sky Morning Live. Welcome. Happy Eid Mubarak.
Thank you. Wow, what a surprise. Thank you.
I don't have cow meat. I don't have anything. And you didn't give me birthday gift, no problem. So I'm not giving you.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not going to give you anything as well. But I just want to thank you for the level of work you are doing at the level of the executive mansion.
Thank you so much, Matthias. This was such a surprise. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Eid Mubarak, Kula. Have Eid Mubarak.
Julia's here.
Thank you, pleasure, Julia. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Right, but seriously though, we just want you to touch the hearts of Liberians this morning. First of all, telling them briefly the importance of this day to you Muslims and to non-Muslims as well. How we non-Muslims can go about celebrating with you concomitantly, in the words of the Messiah.
First of all, let me firstly say to you guys in studio there, I am very humbled and honored by your surprise call. I was actually cooking. I just left the phone in the room. I ran back to see, and then I saw the missed call. I said, what have I done again? Matthias is calling me this time. But let me say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh to my Muslim brothers and sisters celebrating this day. It's a humbling experience going through the whole month of Ramadan, fasting and praying and being sober and reflecting on everything. It is a very important moment for Muslim families. And let me again say happy Ramadan or Eid Mubarak, as we will say it, to all Muslims celebrating today. Those who were able to fast and those who didn't fast, because sometimes people have different reasons, especially those who are healthy, they fast. Those who are not, they cannot, because it's a very strenuous, exercise to stay away from food, drink for an entire day from dawn to dusk.
Right.
It's a very humbling experience. But again, to those who are non-Muslim, it's just a time that people get together to be appreciative and share meal, break bread, be thankful and celebrate the love and oneness of humanity, love and oneness of God. And they think about being a Liberian and a Muslim is a very long road, especially for some of us and how far we've come. And I remember growing up, I come from a very religious family. My both parents are devout Muslims. In fact, my mom, growing up, she was a Christian and reverted to Islam. But our family back then, growing up, I remember it wasn't any division. During Christmas, I remember my mom will, buy our Christmas outfits, we'll all wear it and go and celebrate it. During Ramadan, our friends, all of us, will go and get in our Ramadan clothes and, be happy and be joyous and celebrate. And it's that spirit of oneness, it's that spirit of celebrating one another, regardless of the religious affiliation, especially for non-Muslim. If you know a Muslim family, a Muslim friend, it's just a time. This is really not about doctrinal thing. I know sometimes we see people going at it like, this, the Quran said this, the Bible said this. There are times for those different things for the clergy and the religious community, but the most part, the essence is the togetherness, is the oneness, is the unity and the unity amongst brothers, regardless of who you are, what you decide to practice. One thing is constant is the humanity, the humanness. All of us, we are all one human race. So if Muslims are celebrating today, it's important that we all get together to celebrate our Muslim friends and brothers.
Kula, what are you cooking? Julius and I want to pay a visit after here.
I'm actually cooking check rice and gravy. I was just trying to, the rice is already cooked. The stew, I was trying to make the stew. I just ran.
I hope it's much. It's enough so to entertain more.
It's enough for everyone. I got some cow meat in there. I got some fish in it, some cassava fish, and another special recipe.
Kula, listen. I woke up this morning. I didn't have breakfast. Don't make my mouth to start salivating right now. But we'll stop by. But thank you, man, for the update. And this is a day, and this is a welcoming day for everyone to celebrate. But lastly, yesterday you spoke about the letter to the president, and for me, this is something that is dear to my heart. You encouraged high school students, you encouraged college students, you encouraged diaspora Liberians to contribute, to write the president. Telling the president what they want him to do. Maybe some of them have some skills that they want to come into the country and help, to improve Liberia. How did this come about? How was it, breadth? And why is it important to the president?
Well, and this is still the president, but the most important part, when we took over as the office of the presidential secretary, my thoughts and my team, when we work together, for me, it's more about how do we take the presidency to the people. And some of us, I'm not the president, but I have the ear of the president. I'm also a Liberian. I'm also a regular person. I listen to people. I go to communities. I'm in the market. I'm in the streets. I go to Akai Center. Even yesterday, I was walking down the other side to go and look for my children, Ramadan outfit, those kinds of things for me. So when you're in these kinds of environment, you hear what people saying. You want how those kinds of conversation can really get to the president's ears. So for me, that was something that I thought, and I told him about it. He said, "Oh, Kula, this would be a very good idea, and see what we can do." And that's how we worked with the team. And we're gonna make it actually a bigger, thing where we really want to do some more awareness about, because we don't only want to have it just in Montserrado or Monrovia. We want to have Liberians from all walks of life across the country to be able to write the president, and we're really have the president actually communicate or reply, especially some of those very important ones. And sometimes, I saw this. You see in other societies, for example, the U.S. particularly, you'll see kids writing the president in their late funny, penmanship and things.
Yeah.
And you'll see the president replying. In fact, I want us to get to a point where we're even able to publish some of those letters and some of those communications, especially if there's something that are publicly to do. So letters to the president will be something that Liberians, high school students, market women, just anyhow you're able to communicate to your president. We want that because we have a leader who really listens. And JMB, he said it a number of times. He's not just there because this whole facade around the presidency, this is the president and all that. He really wished that there could be, if it's not about security concerns and all that, where it's just that people are able to come to him freely and all of those different things. So this is our own little way to have the presidency as open as possible, but to have people from all walks of life directly communicate with the president, and he's able to communicate back to them.
So somebody may start to think now that with this openness, there will also be some bottleneck or bureaucracies created, in the process of writing to the president. What can you say to the public about the possibility of their communications reaching the president, entering the president's ears, so that he himself can be able to decide which one to respond to or not?
Absolutely. So this is why we did this. We created an account, an email address that you can send those emails to them, to the email address. You can also write and deliver, those letters to the office, especially those that are in writing and all of those. And then we're able to get those. Some of them will be, of course, it depends. You have a whole team that will filter the letters and see the ones that are, okay, because you don't want anybody, because of course people can misuse such opportunities. Somebody want to just say anything, that are just out of the way. You want to carry something or stuff like that to the president, But that's the openness you want to have. So I will make sure that we take those communications to him, and we've even allotted some time within the day that he reviews all of his documentation and stuff. Right now, the beginning, there are many things he wants to get started, but as time goes on, where things get adjusted, appointments are over, everybody doing the work, people are doing what they're supposed to do, line ministries and agencies doing the work of why they're there, all those different things. Once they get settled, then you have him being less of too many, people coming in wanting jobs, as he said himself, but this is not again to say that, that's the only thing that's going on.
Right.
But it's just to make the point that the openness is something that he wants, and we will do our best to make sure he gets those information and he has time to be able to reply them and be able to address some of those issues. And for the most part, since we started doing a regular weekly press briefing, and then if some of those concerns, if there are things that are addressable during the press briefing, these are things that I will be able to get the answers and be able to reply people who have written, because some of the concerns that people may write, I'm assuming that it will be national concern that will not only be for one person, but for everybody or the Liberian population. So those kinds of things that are very important that the president needs to address it. He can advise it and we can talk about it. But yeah, this is our own little way to see how we can ensure that the presidency is closer to the people, is brought back, to the people.
Okay, thank you so much, Kula. Please go back to the kitchen before you blame me for your
I'm telling you,
right. Right.
Thank you guys. I really, really appreciate it.
Right. Have a nice day, Kula.
Trust me, I will pay my salary. I'll surprise you too.
I know. Okay, thank you so much. That's Kula. Right. That's Kula Fofana, Presidential Press Secretary. There, you'll have it. Julius, one more issue we just have to lift and reach out to the public now is the issue.
Two more. Prince Johnson and then the clinic thing.
Let's listen to Prince Johnson then. Okay. Did you listen to him already? Oh, you were about to play before? Yeah. Let's go ahead.
Today, resolutions were brought on the floor. You all were there. It was sent from the lower house. Nimba County that I represent is a county. It's not an individual. So bring the resolution to the county seat or office to either reject putting signature or accept to fix the signature of whoever represents the county. They did not do that. They did it like a conspiratorial maneuvers, which are considered to be. That's why in the president, when all of the counties are signed through their senators, I had to ask the president, where is NEMA? Why you did not bring it to us to accept it by signing or to reject it or not signing? Why did you leave the NEMA county out? In fact, there were 3 committees that are supposed to have reviewed the resolutions from the lower house. The Internal Affairs Committee, of which I am a chair, the Judiciary Committee, and the Security Committee. But when the 3 committees were named by one of the senators to be, when the Internal Affairs Committee was named to be included, the pro tem Yombi Kanga said, no, it shouldn't be included. But the committee had 9 or 10 members. So the committee is not Prince Johnson. So if I had to recuse myself, because the whole thing has to do with me, then what about the other people that slow and why they couldn't go there? They completely left off the committee that comprised of 9 or 10%. Today again, yesterday, they started signing secretly in the proton office. And they left on Nimba County. That's what I asked, where is Nimba? I demanded the report to be brought to me. And in your presence, the 4 estates are signed. But before fixing my signature, I said, I want to know what happened to the 300 babies from Nimba. Who took them from their mother bosom, brought them to Liberia, Monrovia, and dumped them in a well upside down Duper Road? What happened to our people in the Lutheran Church? About 600 of them. Who entered there and killed them? Who entered the Greystone compound where you got a new American embassy now and slaughtered all of our people? Who laid a blockade to JFK and slaughtered all of our people that were on the beaches there? I want to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the voice of Senator Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, he has too many points there. There's an allegation there as well.
So the man signed because he has some qualms too.
Right.
He wants to know some things.
He wants to know some things.
Some things took part during the war. So took place during the war.
When did he get to realize that these questions on his mind?
That's a very good question, but rhetorical.
Very. When did he get to realize that he had those questions on his mind
I think pressure, man. People
anyway.
Country put pressure on him, man. But it's good that he signed.
Right.
It's good that he signed, and that's a good one.
Right.
You know, it's just that now that the Senate have signed, I sent it back to representatives because they did some amendment.
Right.
So the reps have to act and concur as well, and after that, I'll go to the president, who will sign the entire thing. Then number 5 is the right international community. They want to do establishment of the tribunal code and the economic code, everything. Then right international community. I want to do this, but we need XYZ here, we need financial, blah blah blah. So it's a plot for Adam and Dempster.
Right. For all of those who've been advocating.
Where's the lead campaigner?
For the establishment, don't forget Hassan Bility.
Hassan Bility as
Don't
well.
forget Hassan Bility of the Global Justice Research Project, GJRP. Julius, last story, right?
Yeah, last story.
Yesterday I had
your cleanest story.
Yesterday I had an encounter. In a very unusual one.
Your clinic story.
All right. And I know, Julius, a couple of things happen sometimes in hospitals where that cause families to fall apart. And some of you who maybe have had those experiences will tag along as we open the lines to hear from you. So I was sitting around 10 o'clock. I received a medical report, a result, right? You go to the hospital for test, for checkup, and then obviously after you are tested, because of the technological advancement in the world today, sometimes they will tell you go home. So after 3 days, your result will get ready and they send it to you directly on WhatsApp. So I received a medical result of a former government official, a deputy minister during this Weir's administration.
Wow.
Yeah. And the medical result came from a medical facility. I still have the result in my phone. It came from a medical facility located on 15th Street, Chismond Avenue. And it's called Clinical Laboratory. So when I received it, I was concerned. I said, what's going on? Who is this person? So the first thing I did, I said, hi. Something came around 10 o'clock in the morning. But then I checked it and I wrote by 2 o'clock. By 2:14, I said, hi. Then I follow up 2:15. I said, I just went through the document shared. However, I don't see the significance of sharing it with me. I know who's this, who this is. Who's this? Please. From 2:15, I didn't get any reply. So 2:17, I placed a call to the number. And the person said, "Oh, you're not the one?" Said no, said but the names sound the same. The name, in fact, the two names do not even resemble. I am Matthias F. Labindi. The patient's name is not, it has no connection with even Matthias.
Matthias, yeah.
All right. So the guy said, "Let me check." So from 2:17, I waited. They didn't get back to me up to 3:23. That's when I wrote.
They were still checking.
That's when I wrote. By 3:23, I wrote. I said, "Please tune into Sky 107.1 at 7:30 tomorrow morning. This careless and dangerous mistake will be highlighted, and the public's view would be sought. I am open to letting your management respond." From this period up to the evening hours, there was no call, no reply whatsoever from the clinical laboratory that's located on Chismond Avenue, 15th Street. So I think around should I say 7 some minutes to 8 o'clock, I had gone to do my workout. Then I placed a call. I look at the medical report now, and I took the number on the medical result of the patient, which I suppose is the receptionist number. So luckily, yes, it was the receptionist number. And then I called the number.
You were still concerned?
Yeah, I was still concerned. I wanted to hear from the administration of the medical facility, because there's not something you can just ignore the person. And in fact, the person in whose hand you lender this person medical result is a journalist. What if this person...
You should even be concerned when the person introduces and says, I'm XYZ,
I'm
XYZ media.
You should be concerned.
Yeah.
Right? So what if this thing had landed in the hands of a political opponent of this former deputy minister?
Problem.
It would have been a problem. So I called this number, 0888 0888 08. That's the receptionist number. Around some minutes to 8 o'clock, I placed a call to the number. A young lady answered and said, I'm just coming. I told the young lady, I said, well, I've been reaching out to you people, but I just want you to inform your bosses that tomorrow morning we'll be lifting this issue on Sky FM, because this is a careless and dangerous mistake. Please tell your bosses. She said, well, I'm just coming to work. I don't know what happened, but I'll tell my boss. And then a few minutes later, I was not around my phone at the time. I was working out. So when I saw the missed call, I returned the call. Now play the clip. Let's listen to the detail of the call. Then I'll tell you more.
So you already there?
Yeah. I placed the call to that person, and the person responded because I was returning the call.
But why don't you tell the people the person was so arrogant?
Well, no. Just listen to the clip first. Then they'll probably be able to judge. Then I will say a few things about how people in this country, sometimes some of them elders.
Which one was
both numbers. So sometimes,
let me see. Sometimes
some of the people, Julius, they are elders. They try to talk. Okay, so that's the clip.
That's it. So
give it some volume.
Let's go. Let's listen to this.
No, you gotta let me know now. I want to call you because you've been calling them with series of threats.
Threats?
Yeah.
Did they say I'm threatening? I want to say I have
What did you say?
I want to say I have to take this on the radio so the public can be aware.
So you don't get no news to give. You get nothing pertinent to give on your radio station?
You asked for the result. The person visited your lab on the 6th of this month, and the result came out today. Is that enough?
Yeah, you do all the results.
Sir, I think you are just maybe one administrator who would just want to consider journalists as less basic people. I called your facility. No, you just said to me I don't have pertinent news to carry.
I asked you whether you have nothing pertinent to give besides results that you receive.
Are you saying to me you've been the one evaluating the news I've been reporting on the radio over the time?
I'm asking you, is it pertinent to the Liberian people? Will make the $1 a day person earn $5 a day?
Okay.
Or earn a better life? I'm asking you.
So who determines the news that someone reports? You?
You have no news to give. Nothing important to give. So you're looking for news.
I don't think you work with the clinical lab. I don't think so.
Okay, all right.
Have a good night, sir.
Yeah, you too, my man.
Julius, in every logical sense, one of the if you listen to the latter part of that conversation, I was quick to realize that, to think in my mind that this person I'm speaking with does not work with the clinical lab. Maybe the person who made a blunder thought to use somebody from outside to speak to the journalists and intimidate them so they can stay away from reporting it.
Mm.
All right. So if this person was if they were the administrator of that facility, I'm very sure they will be calm, they'll be polite, they'll be respectful. In the first place, Julius, you are talking about someone's medical result in the hands of a journalist.
Privacy.
And what do journalists survive on? News.
Yes.
And I'm sitting in the comfort of my office. You sent me news. So yes, I'm looking for news.
You could use that to damage that guy.
I'm looking for news. let's look at worst case scenarios, right? What if the medical result says this man in question is impotent?
Or maybe he has AIDS.
He has AIDS. What if the medical result says this man in question has weak sperm and nothing can help him? He will never be able to impregnate a woman. He's trying to keep this information from his wife and he landed in the hands of a political opponent. What if the medical result says this man has certain illness that cannot be cured? It's in the hands of the wrong person. What if I was not a journalist that would sit down and think critically before acting, and I just go right ahead and post this information on social media? This man he pick up the call from the comfort of his office. If you listen to the latter part of the conversation, Julius, he was even laughing, making mockery. I don't have anything pertinent. First of all, I think the person who responded to the call is more political than medical, because it is not in the practice of journalism that every story you report must increase someone's salary. The man is asking me, how would this make the person that's earning $1 to start earning $5?
You know. For me, what I take from a response is that I think they did this. Deliberately. I don't think it was a mistake.
Maybe.
If it was a mistake, the best thing I should have done. Oh, my man, sorry, that was a mistake. But we'll beg you, don't let it go. Just forget it. But to come and argue with you, clinic, hospital, I think I stand to be corrected.
But you have a doctor now. You have a
I stand to be corrected.
Right.
The last thing they will teach every medical practitioner before graduation is privacy. How do you call it?
Confidentiality.
Thank you. That's the last thing they will teach you.
Right.
So if you made a mistake, a patient comes to your clinic for a checkup, and you did a checkup, that patient leaves his or her number that was sent through a WhatsApp, and you make a mistake and send it to another person, and the person did a horrible thing to call you to say, what? Their medical report not from you. Then you making mockery of the person and question the person, and they call it journalistic ethics.
Right.
Want to teach a person how to carry news, what the benefits. So what if I'm just saying something now? What if that clinic has sent that report to maybe a political opponent? Let's say, for example, now this person in question serving the past government, right? As minister,
right?
And now you send it somewhere. Maybe go send it to a political party that the man is not part of it. And 2029 coming.
Right.
They may want to probably join the campaign for a party, or maybe want to run for some other position.
Right.
They could damage him
using
that. And then look, start saying in this country, we need to be careful.
Everybody knows everything.
We need to be careful. To tell somebody else, oh, sorry, our mistake. Was it a difficult thing for that person to do? To say, oh, sorry, it was a mistake?
I think he's just a disrespectful elder who thinks that he's more educated than anyone. That he can just talk down people out of their quest to do what they're supposed to do. This is
I don't
journalism.
understand.
This is journalism, Julius. Journalists will even want to enter the private walls and know the patient's life.
Yes.
Why do you have private wall? Why do you secure patients' information? Do you think that if we got
that's why they stopped journalists from going there?
Right.
I remember when I was at Fabric, one. This former president that died. Is that Dogolier? Dogolier died at JFK one early morning. Then Kevin Demi and I think Dana Yankona or Dana Ankara or Julia Johnny, they were on the radio. So the moment I got in the building, they gave me a hint. Said Julia, they said the ex-president is dead or vice president is dead. Go there to JFK. When I went to JFK, it was true that he was dead. But they took that body in a private war. To enter that place was not easy, brother. I had to maneuver. Look, I had to lie and blah. Guess what? All that thing I was doing, I had my recorder right in my pocket. And when I saw the body, in fact, when Prince Johnson got there, they denied entry. I was there. When Prince Johnson got there, they denied entry to that where the body was. A family had a problem with Prince Johnson. But as a journalist, I went there. I had to hide myself on the way, you know, and I entered the room and saw the body. Then when I got out of the building, I confirmed to Kevin and the co-host that it was true that the man was dead. So sometimes when I say private war, it's not because they don't want people to go there. That's the person private say. They don't want the public to go and see what's obtaining there. So you make a mistake, send a mistake to send the information to somebody who was a journalist. And you try to do follow-up because Mataya doesn't have that kind of signal. Or maybe Mataya not going to the clinic for a checkup before. So how the Mataya number lay in your possession?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. When they respond, I can tell that what they did was deliberate. No, sometimes it's good to be careful with medical facilities. They can destroy you anytime.
Right. And you know,
and if I was that patient, I would take them to the law.
I know the patient personally.
I would take them to the law.
This is someone I respect so dearly, and the first person I placed a call to, the second person I placed a call to was the patient. I called the patient and I said, "Have you been at the clinical laboratory on 15th Street, Cheeseman Avenue, Cinco?" He said, "Yes." "When did you go there?" He said, "The 6th of April." So after 3 days, his result came out. So yesterday was the 9th. He said, "But what happened?" I said, "Your medical result is in my possession." He said, "What?" He screamed.
A shock.
Yeah.
How did you get it?
He said, "What?" I said, "Yes, I have it." He said, "Could you please share with me?" I said, "Yeah, why not?" I sent it to him.
And he had not received it from them.
He said, "Wow."
And he had not received it.
Apparently, he received it, you know, after I had shared with him. So he said, "Wow."
No, I mean, before you sharing it with him,
yes,
he had not received it.
certainly, yeah. Yeah, to the best of my knowledge. So he said, "Wow." So I told him, I wrote him, Julius, I got facts, all right? And the medical result is stay in my possession. And I think the clinical laboratory, the health ministry, should go to that place and have a conversation with the administrator. And I need to see the reckless man, that reckless person that spoke to me. Yeah, I want to see him face to face. Let him explain to me communication. Let him tell me what is news, what is pertinent, what does he describe as pertinent news. Whether every news that you report put bread on the tables of people. A grandmother burned her daughter's hand in Maryland. By reporting that story, does it mean that it's going to increase the salaries of the teachers over there? A man cut his neighbor's hand in Bond County. By reporting that story, does it mean the doctor, that man that spoke to me, is going to increase the salary? There has been issues in the health sector of this country. We've been reporting, challenging the government to ensure that health workers get better wages. Have they received those wages? So people want to be in certain areas. They want to leave their areas and start to attempt that they want to function in other areas. One of the things that I noticed that this man does not work with the clinical laboratory on 15th Street, Cinco, Cheeseman Avenue, is that he refused to call his name.
You see?
I asked him, "Do you have a name?" He said, "No, I don't have a name." I said, "But introduce yourself." He said, "My man, just talk to me." Very disrespectful. I'm sure he's an elder, but I'm hoping to meet him one day. So I introduced myself that I work with Sky FM. And this is what happened. Oh, my man said, "You not get serious news to report?" You talking about someone's medical result in the hands of a journalist? And you telling me
you send it.
Yeah, and you send it to me.
The number I sent you, the number is there.
Yes, I still have the number.
Yes.
I still have the number, clinical laboratory. So when I wrote the person, I said, "Big brother, would you take issue with them? Because I'm lifting this dangerous and careless mistake of theirs on my show tomorrow morning." He said, "I will see the administrator, but I will not take advanced issue with them."
No, he should do that.
No, he can't force the man. He said, "I will not take advanced issue with them." But Julius, this is Liberia. Everybody's an intellectual. Everybody's a politician. Everybody's a journalist. Everybody's a doctor. Everybody want to venture into other areas to just talk. This man started teaching journalism. Is this going to add salaries on people? And the information I gathered for last night is that this facility is owned by Lebanese. It's new. I think it's less than a year or 2 years old. I know the arrogance of some Lebanese on the job, how they insult Liberians. This man sounded like a Liberian. If you listen to him closely, he sounded like a Liberian. Apparently, he is now adapting the arrogance of his bosses, so he want to now use that against journalists. This is dangerous. This is a careless and reckless behavior. To take someone's medical result, you went to a hospital, for example. Julius, okay, let's put it in this way, in a simplistic form that ordinary people out there will understand, right? Doctors, for example, you watch the African movie sometime, a man goes to the hospital to do DNA, right, of his children. In that laboratory, there is another man who had also gone there with family to do
the
DNA.
DNA.
Any attempt for you to swap those DNA results
the problem
and take the other person's result and give it to the other person is a problem. The man goes back home saying, accusing his wife of cheating. It also happened in hospitals where women go to give birth. In that very delivery room, there are 6 or 7 pregnant women in that area. And during that time, about 4 or 5 of them will give birth at the same time.
And again, swap.
There will be
I told you the story. I told you my story last night.
There will be swapping of children. So a few years to come, if Matthias goes on to do test of his children's DNA to see whether he is the biological father of his children, he finds out that he's not the biological father. He accuses his wife of cheating.
Meanwhile,
it is the doctor's carelessness that led to that woman being seen as an infidel in her relationship. But this man is saying this is not a pertinent issue to report. It is not a pertinent issue to discuss.
The blunder.
So I'm just saying.
The blunder.
I'm just saying to the public, I think the public should be informed that if you need privacy, if you want to go to a medical facility that will secure your privacy, that will maintain your privacy, you don't want to go to a clinical laboratory lab. You don't want to go to clinical laboratory area located 15th Street, Cinco, Chismond Avenue. Because if you go there and you go to do your HIV test, it might land in my phone again. And I will come right here and say, well,
but the question is,
HIV.
The question is, didn't they verify the man's number? Sometimes, my man, yeah, man. And then let's go to the lines.
Right.
We got, say, 14 minutes to go.
Right.
So we discussed a lot of things here, ranging from the Economic Crimes Code establishment, Prince Johnson reaction to that. We'll talk about clinical laboratory and clinical laboratory, letter to the president and stuff. Let's hear you, 0777-777-107, 0777-221-223. The numbers you can call us this morning to participate. Let's go to line 1. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Matthias. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
And good morning to your studio guest. I know your co-host.
Co-host.
I'm myself Ture calling from Virginia, Ray-AC.
Let's hear you.
I'd like to talk on your last topic that has to do with the medical report. You know, my brother, on this song, this is one of the things that is lacking in this country. You know, you see the problem. These are some of the things that we crying. We say, oh, people, Liberia don't want job. Liberia don't want job. Let's agree that it was a mistake. For me, that was not a mistake. Those guys then know. That's the reason why you see some of our politicians, when they go somewhere else, when they just see the information, just leak all over. Because if it was a mistake, that guy would have taken it to say, oh, my brother, yeah, this is a mistake. Look at, since you called them, you were the one that was continuously calling them to inquire. But if there was a mistake, they were going to call you, oh, my brother,
simple.
was a mistake.
It was a mistake. Sorry, simple.
They were going to be the one to be running after you, but now you were the one running after them because you want to maybe find out that was a mistake, but you do not care. So for me, what I've seen that you could do is for you to go and meet the management, and you meet the management, then they will find out because they will report all the lady that gave you that guy number. They will also meet that guy because I think hospitals, the last event that secret is supposed to be leaked out. The hospitals will be last event. Right now, sir, I'm a very common person about not for that information that you go, but I'm very afraid now. Even at our medical hospital now.
Okay.
I'm very afraid.
All right. Thank you.
So,
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's go to line 2. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
Yeah, I'm Samuel AC.
Let's hear you.
Yeah. Talking about.
What? Hello? Okay. It looks like you're not ready yet, so you can call back. 0777-777-107, 0777-221-223. The WhatsApp number is also active, +231 777-221-223 are the numbers you can call us on this morning to participate and on our talking point this morning. Let me see whether someone is there. No one is here. 0777-777-107, 0777-221-223. Yesterday too, Senator Prince Johnson, we all been talking about the man, and the man I want you to come, but the man say the man challenge Liberians. The man made all Liberians yesterday, man.
Yeah, he signed it.
The man signed for the establishment of work in American Crimes Code. Now, that's a good one. But anyway, but the man said the people are hiding it from him. And the committee was left out, a committee on foreign affairs, because he's the chair on foreign affairs in the House of Senate. So, yeah, so they left a committee out because they're doing it secretly. And the post from Senator, Senator Yomdi Kanga Lawrence.
Yeah.
And I show you photos of lawmakers who were signing, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, but I didn't see Prince Johnson, so I knew
I
that.
thought he had not
That
signed.
was where I thought that he would have signed. Until yesterday when I saw the message, I said, "Wow, this man is signing." And I got so shocked. I said, "That's the country." Anyway, anyway 07777 107 221 223 are the numbers you can use to call us this morning. Let me see. Yeah, no, that wasn't off. So for me, Matthias, if I was the one, I would have taken legal action.
Matters with the clinic.
But that's the man privacy.
Yeah.
The man went to you to do checkup because you don't want to know what happened to him instead of me. So the first thing, if the man gave you his number, you should have verified that number.
Yeah.
Call the man for, oh, is it SYZ? Yeah, okay, we'll get a report. I'll send it to you. Then you send to somebody, then you say, oh, that gave you news. Big news, oh. That big news. They know. So I don't know. Anyway, if I want to go, I'll go to that clinic. Administrator there. I want to see that guy who probably thought that he was teaching people journalism.
Maybe it just has to be run about 4 or 5 times, and they will come. Because at this point, I don't think I'm going to waste my time going to a facility that,
Let's go to the international line. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you this morning?
Fine, thank you.
So what's
not fine. Thank you. My name is Alvin, and I'm calling from the state of Massachusetts in the USA.
Oh yeah.
Nafaya, thank you very much this morning. I just want to speak on the topic on the medical facility. I always tell people, you are one of the trained professional journalists in that country, and I actually admire you for that.
Thank you,
my brother, Liberia is, I don't want to use the word sick country. I work in the human services field in this country for the past 10, 15 years. My brother, the thing they call that word you use, confidentiality.
Confidentiality, yeah.
In this country, it's not something to play with. And I don't want you to take it lightly. If it calls for that medical facility to be sued, they need to be sued. Because that is the thing that is damaging that country day and night. And you did extremely well, my brother, because if you are some cartoon journalist, you couldn't even verify, you couldn't even say, come on the radio and say what you are saying this morning. You just damage that, blackmail that person and just go and just publish that information. And today or tomorrow, you will see the person information all over on the news, all over in the papers. So I really want to commend you this morning. I want to commend Sky Radio. You are one of the professionals in that country. I hope other journalists will follow. That facility need to be sued.
That's what I'm
because
saying.
These guys feel that, my brother, Liberia, nothing can happen to anybody. So anybody can just do anything for free. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
All right,
Continue
thank you.
doing the good work.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We appreciate you this morning as well. So I'd like to take a few more calls, then we'll wrap it up. We got 6 minutes to go. 0777 107 0777 221 223. Good morning.
And Julia, good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Thank you. This is Lawson Pine.
Lawson, let's hear you, brother.
It's a pine.
I am the executive chairperson of the Rescue Mission and the Lifeline International Response Team.
Let's hear you.
I come from this street number 8 this morning in Monsalado. Something I want to honor in the clinic administrator or the doctor or nurse, whoever it should be, mistakenly send someone report to another person, the wrong person.
Yeah. They mistakenly send it to me.
Send it to Matthias yesterday.
They send their medical, the person checkup medical result. They send it to my phone, and I did everything to ensure that I hear from them. But at the end, I was shocked that somebody, without any respect for another person's space, would call and start to teach journalism. That's what happened, sir.
Wow. You see, the issue of confidentiality you just mentioned is carrying us, especially in the health sector. When you go to a clinic or a hospital, you will get to know that those doctors, those nurses are on the table, playing with their phone.
Yeah.
They are not focusing, even when the case minister is treating on a patient have to call it, oh, can't the drip on my blood. You know, when somebody takes drip on a patient, when they finish, they block and put back in the drip. Can't, my blood go inside, can't. And I have witnessed this issue several times.
Yeah.
And that clinic, I mean, that a patient will be calling and say, can't. So, where it is that patient and the drip finish, now the blood go back in the drip. Do you know, when I was drip full with blood,
yeah.
You see, so now that the administrator those should be very careful with nurses. So I think it's so much money into the public, but public image. Only on the administrator to do their to be very careful about life and dignity. You see what happened? We are written on the political stream. That person we are after, we are after the public.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know who do that kind of thing? No one know, but no one know who know. Mistaking somebody has done that. You see? So these are things we should be taking into consideration. Let me show light on the issue of the Prince and war crime issue.
Quickly.
No. Nobody even expected Prince Johnson or even one Prince Johnson to sign. So you're for the sign. Who doing the sign? We just talking about 16 members to sign that particular people.
But 29 of them sign. Only James Barney did not sign. Your line is going bad, Lawson Pine. No, your line bad, Lawson. You can call back your line bad. Let's go here. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
We are better. What's your name?
Yeah, I'm Rachel Fomo calling from Brooklyn to be precise, Bonisha.
Richard, quickly, you got a few seconds to wrap it up.
Yeah, I know, very quickly. I don't. This is another issue. You see, one time I went to a hospital, I kept my son. Gentlemen, up to now, my son can't walk. He was given injection on the butt. Where that injection was given on that place got solely went to the hospital. They say the person get the injection on the wrong side.
Wow.
They got the labor to be almost paralyzed. So you see, it's a kind of a complicated situation we find ourselves in this country. People who say they want to do work, you should do the work according to, to the taste of your finger.
Yeah.
But you go to the hospital, you see some people sitting. More said in nurses, sometimes when you go for them to cater to, the patient, they do different things. So I mean, it's a clear thing. Thank you. I think you need to be tracking on some of these things for them to, come to their say and do what they can do. To conclude quick.
Yeah.
To conclude quick.
Yeah.
You see what happened? Prince Johnson surprised everybody. Because when they talk about it, everybody say, oh, Prince Johnson. But you see what Prince Johnson did? He extended his signature now. So other people who pay for the Lord,
in fact, the message they were hiding it from him. I said, I walk there and say, but why are you standing secretly for? You have been a son.
Yeah, that's the part I enjoy.
Everybody they say Prince Johnson, but Prince Johnson surprised everybody now. Nobody can talk. So let us talk now. If you are not coming inside, the whole year now could be on air. Prince Johnson don't want to sign. But you see what happened? Thank you, man, for the time.
All right, thank you. Go to our last caller from the international line. Good morning.
Good morning, Julius, and good morning to your listener. My name is James Burr, Nigerian Conversation from Freetown, Sierra Leone.
Yeah, Freetown. Let's hear you.
Yes, thanks to you guys. The issue with confidentiality within our country or Africa, that's one of the issues, more especially Liberia. That's the reason you find out more people don't want to go to Liberia to do their medical because they were people don't know them. Because at the end of the day, when you passing, imagine someone say, "Oh, look at that man, he gets so and so sickness. Look at this man, he gets that sickness," and that is very bad. We are experiencing serious, and sometimes even like beside in the hospital, you will find out that the other person will say, "Oh,
hello."
You have to bring the person for. When you say that, also at the end of the day, everybody will know what's going on also. And with the issue of the war crime code, right? Who all we welcome it. Is there disheartening that Senator Johnson maybe I don't know how he see it, like, but thank God, as he used to say, that God beaten him, so that God beat him for he to sign it because God fought him. He signed it before he came to say he realized that he signed the paper already.
No, man, I think I'm not right for man because the man, the people were signing, and they were hiding it from the man in the protest office. So the next yesterday, when he said the man said, he said, "I'm myself."
He was not forced to sign. He was not forced to sign, but like God beat him for him to
All
sign.
right, thank you.
And
Yeah.
Look, let me just say this also thing. Like here in Sierra Leone, the people have and the citizens have took a national stand on against the just called Kush. I think the citizens of Liberia too, we need to take that stand too, because imagine sometimes when they see you passing on the street without something like you don't take Kush, they will beat you good. That you will not even remember say, oh, I take Kush, let me be in public area again. They beating them. So I think we ourselves too, we need to take that stand in Liberia too, to beat these guys that are taking Kush.
Yeah, I think the government is working towards that. Thank you very much. That's why the DEA and bosses are all actively involved. Ibu Kuruma and his deputy for operation. Is that Fadiga? Eh?
Yeah, Fadiga.
They're all involved. Anyway, let's wrap it up. Time already.
That's all the time we have for today's edition of the program.
Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, that's it. So
on my end, I just want to say that the clinical laboratory will still be on our platform here another time. Maybe tomorrow we're still going to come back and talk about them. I just want to make a promise to the public that I'm not going to go to their facility anymore because I've done the due diligence, and the public just have to be informed that if you need to maintain your privacy, your medical privacy, you don't want to visit the clinical laboratory on 15th Street, Chismond Avenue in Cinco. I'm Matthias Labindi.
They will put all your secrets. Bye-bye for our end. Catch us tomorrow morning from 7:30 to 9 o'clock. Bye-bye.
Lucky ball.
My baby don't take